All rise. District Court of Appeal of the State of Florida, in and for the Second District, is now in ceremonial session. The Honorable Daniel H. Sleet, Chief Judge presiding. Those having business before this court, draw near, give attention, and you will be heard. May God save the United States of America, the state of Florida, and this honorable.
All right, if you could please remain standing when we do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Thank you. Can you see? Good morning. Welcome to this ceremonial session of the Second District Court of Appeal. It's always a happy session for us. We usually see two parties, one of which is the loser, and nobody's gonna lose today. They lose a little bit of money, they can not. You take the parents out, lose a little bit of money. I'm Judge Sleet. I happen to have the honor of being the chief judge here on this court, and along with our distinguished guests here, we welcome parents, spouses, significant others, and those who have supported these new lawyers over the last 3 years. Stetson Law School is our temporary headquarters while we build a new courthouse in St. Petersburg. For those of you not familiar with our courts, we are an appellate court. We do not have juries, we don't have trials, we don't have witnesses. We review the decisions and judgments of the trial courts. Normally, we sit in panels of 3 decide cases and hear oral arguments. On those occasions, we know that half the people in the courtroom will end up happy and half will not be happy with the outcome. Sometimes no one is happy. But this is a happy occasion, as I said. So we're pleased to be here. So feel free to move around if you want to take photos. If you notice your camera will. This is a special day for all of you. So at the end, you'll be able to take photographs with Judge Suzanne Chris, who will be administering the oath today. So we will sign your oath today. Some of you have already become lawyers with the signature on your oath. It's been executed. But still, you can take photos too. For those of you who have not had their oath signed, happy to do that today following this ceremony. So all of our judges have served on this court with distinction and dedication. All these judges are members of community service organizations, legal organizations, and associations, ends of court, serve on bar committees. Many of us serve on executive committees of national legal organizations, teach judges, law students, and college students. So collectively, we have about 195 years of experience on the appellate court, 61 years of experience in the circuit court, and 200 years of practical legal experience. Our biographies are long, but today's not about us. So I'll just introduce our judges, starting with the most senior to my right, Judge Morris Silverman. He's been on this court since 2001. He served as our chief judge 2011 to 2013. He served as president of the Council of Chief Judges in the State Courts of Appeal on October 21 through December 2022, as past chairman of the Florida Judicial Qualifications Commission and past member of the Florida Bar. And he is gay. Delayed, graduate, and gay. Next, we have Judge Edward LaRose, served on the court since 2005, served as our chief judge 2017 to 2019, cum laude grad of Cornell Law, cum laude grad of Boston College, board certified in antitrust, and what's really special is he is an ordained deacon in the Roman Catholic Church. Judge Nellie Cazzaro, her biography is very long, but she served as a trial judge for 14 years in the 6th Judicial Circuit. She was appointed to this court in 2008. She was elected our chief judge and served from 2019 to 2021 when we were working very, very hard to get funds to get a home courthouse. We've been here for 8 or 9 years at Stetson. This is our temporary home, and we're excited to move to St. Petersburg. That was a political decision. We had no We have no say in the location. But it's a beautiful building. You're gonna really like it. It looks wonderful. Judge Robert Morris. He served as a trial judge and chief judge, where's Judge Morris, of the Sixth Circuit for Pinellas and Pasco counties. He was there from 1997 to 2009. He was appointed to this court in 2009. He served as our chief judge from 2021 to 2023. I succeeded him in big shoes to fill. He's also here. Judge Black joined the court in 2010, graduated from Arizona State University. He was an accountant before he became a judge. Then he went to law school, worked with a big firm, practiced law with a couple of partners, very successful. And he's been on this court for 15 years. Judge Andrea Smith, right behind me, joined the court in 2019. Right out of law school, she joined a very prestigious firm in Lakeland, Florida, Peterson Meyer, for 19 years, and she was a very accomplished trial judge in 10th Judicial Circuit in Polk County for several years, and has served on the Legal Advisory Board, Florida Southern College. We have Judge LaBritt, she's our junior judge. Junior simply because she's new. She joined our court in 2020. Prior to joining our court, she was the head of the appellate department of a very prestigious firm, Schatz and Bone. And she practiced for 35 years. She's board certified in appellate law. And to the far left, Mary Elizabeth Kunzel is our clerk of court. She received her BA from Florida State University and her JD from Stetson University. She worked for the Florida House of Representatives for several years and practiced as an assistant county attorney. Then she joined our court in 1993 as a staff attorney. All of us judges have two staff. She joined our court, serving in that role in 1993, and worked with Judge Northcutt, Judge Blue, and Judge Fulmer. She began her service as the clerk of court in October 2015. We've had a lot of changes with electronic reporting and things like that. We used to go from big folders of a bunch of paper to everything being electronic without Mary Beth. We couldn't make that transition. So we're fortunate to have her. She was an excellent lawyer. She manages staff of experienced deputy clerks, handles thousands of cases, assists pro se litigants who visit our courthouse who ask for help. She and her deputy clerks have just completed the monumental task of transitioning this court into a new computer program for filing, tasking, and voting. That was quite an accomplishment. And lastly, and very more importantly, is our Martha. Right now, she is key to the construction of our building. I don't think that our building would be on time without. Those of you that saw MASH, you're old enough to remember MASH, you remember Rachel. Always anticipating things, always thinking, finishing your sentence. She's without her, we could not have this building, and this building being completed on time. So she handles more than just keeping us safe. She handles our budget. She handles all staff issues. She procures supplies, furniture, and takes care of us and keeps us going. So that is our court. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started and get sworn in. So for the presentation of the candidates, I want to welcome Diane Bach from the Florida Board of Arts and Humanities.
Wow, I'm not that tall. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I have the honor today to introduce the candidates to be inducted into the practice of law. I'm on the Board of Bar Examiners, so I got to come today, and I'm very happy to be here in what was my home court. All right, may it please the court. Pursuant to the rules of the Supreme Court relating to admissions to the bar, the candidates before you have been rigorously examined by the board, both as to the knowledge of the law and understanding of the standards and ideals of the legal profession. In addition, their backgrounds have been subjected to rigorous character and fitness investigations. On behalf of the Florida Board of Bar Examiners, I certify that these candidates are fully qualified and that each enjoys the enthusiastic recommendation of the board for admission to the Bar of Florida. Now's the hard part. I have to read their names. I have already asked them for forgiveness. So for those of you who birthed them and gave them the names, I'm going to apologize in advance as well, because I am not good at names. Okay, so we'll try. And I will thank those who have names like the first candidate here, Jonathan Bell. Please stand. Where's Jonathan? Oh, there you are. Okay. Applause is appropriate. Joshua Alexander Cohen. Lisa J. Kerr. Ashley Victoria Daly. Joan Margaret Darnell. Jack Andrew Miller Gonzer. Leela Gray. Jillian Page Gracie. Celesta Nicole Groff. Gabrielle King. Here's the one. Matthew Robert Joseph Knitsch. Teresa Trine Lethwich. Maria Paula Lizardo. Lisa Ann Mangifico. Juan Jose Martinez. Charles Robert Miklavzina. Lawrence Rayvon Miller Jr. Joanna Sandra Motato. Anne Elizabeth O'Connor. Natalie M. Perry. Danielle Elise Pfeiffer. Harry Walter Rothstein. Hilana Thwart Sade. Toshna Tassar Thompson. Nicole Marie Torres. Christian Adrian Villafranca. Laura Wagner. Emily Suzanne Weaver. Lucia Mercedes Zerbola. Before I move all these candidates in, could we have one last round of applause for all their hard work? And now to the candidates, please applaud your parents and family and friends that have supported you through this time. On behalf of the board, I move that these candidates be admitted to the Florida Bar. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to take the oath. You may take this oath as long, but every word matters. I sworn in a lawyer from out of state, I don't know if they would say this, and the oath was 3 times. Every word in this oath means something. Everybody's gone through this and figured that all of this makes a difference. No, it's scared to keep the oath in that too. So if it all rise.
Oh, am I swearing in? You don't want my spiel? You just want me to swear him in?
Well,
Okay.
you did more pearls of wisdom.
Oh, well then it's, you might be more comfortable sitting down. This, it won't take long, I promise. Good morning and congratulations. I'm honored to administer your oath to you, but before I do, there's something I'd like to say. You're joining a noble profession, and the words in this oath matter. Once you take this oath, you will be officers of the court. What does that mean? Above all else, that means you have a duty of candor to the court, to opposing counsel, to your clients, and to yourself. It means that your word is your bond. Clients and cases come and go, but your reputation lasts forever. Some of the hardest situations are the most important ones. There will be times where you must concede a point, counsel a client or a colleague that an argument simply won't hold up, or simply acknowledge and deal with a damning fact in a case. When that happens, you must rise to the occasion and honor this oath. Don't be tempted to shade the truth or make a frivolous legal argument. And don't play games with your opponents on procedural matters to try to gain a tactical advantage or win by attrition. No outcome is worth sacrificing your reputation and your integrity. Once your reputation is damaged, it's impossible to salvage it. We hear a lot about professionalism. That's a $5 word for treat your opponent the way that you want to be treated. And always be honest with the court, your clients, and your colleagues. It's that simple. When you stand before a court, any court, your greatest asset is your integrity. It doesn't matter what firm you're with or what client you represent. If the judge doesn't trust what's coming out of your mouth, you're already losing. And the same is true with your adversaries. If you can't be trusted, you can't get anything done to advance a case or represent your client. So, as you repeat the words of this oath, really think about them and understand that being a lawyer is not just a job, it's a commitment to civility and to the truth. So, stand up. Please raise your right hands and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear I will support the Constitution of the United States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Florida.
and the
I will maintain the respect due to courts of justice
maintain respect due to the courts of justice
and judicial officers.
and judicial officers.
I will not counsel or maintain any suit or proceedings
Counsel retain any suit or proceedings
which shall appear to me to be unjust,
shall appear to me to be unjust,
nor any defense except such as I believe
any defense but
to be honestly debatable under the law of the land.
to be honestly debatable in the law of the land.
I will employ for the purpose of maintaining
Will employ for the purpose of maintaining
the causes confided to me,
causes provided to me,
such means only
such means only,
as are consistent with truth and honor, and will never seek to mislead the judge or jury
will never seek to mislead
by any artifice or false statement of fact or law.
this false statement of fact or law.
I will maintain the confidence and preserve inviolate
I maintain the confidence, preserve inviolate
the secrets of my clients
secrets of my clients,
and will accept no compensation
will accept no compensation
in connection with their business
in connection with their business,
except from them or with their knowledge and approval.
their knowledge and approval,
To opposing parties and their counsel,
voting based in their counsel,
I pledge fairness, integrity, and civility,
such fairness, integrity, and civility,
not only in court,
not only in word,
but also in all written and oral communications.
but also in all written and oral communication.
I will abstain from all offensive personality
I will abstain from all offensive personality
and advance no fact prejudicial to the honor or reputation
and advance no fact judicial to the reputation
of a party or witness unless required by the justice
and witness unless required by the justice
of the cause with which I am charged.
of the cause which I am charged.
I will never reject,
Never reject
from any consideration personal to myself,
myself,
the cause of the defenseless or oppressed,
cause of defense,
or delay anyone's cause
or delay anyone's cause,
for lucre or malice.
malice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
We have some remarks on behalf of the Florida Bar and John Smith. Get out of here. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honors. May it please the court, Chief Judge Sleet, distinguished guests, families, friends, colleagues. When I had to give that oath and it was administered to me, I didn't have the piece of paper in front of me. So the judge had to read it in 3-word increments. So it took a while, but it's a beautiful oath. I love the oath and it's very impactful. So I'm John Schifino. I think I'm John Schifino. Yeah, I'm still John. I work with Gunster, Yoakley, and Stewart, a law firm here in Tampa, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about my role on the Florida Bar Board of Governors. I represent Hillsborough County. But before I get to that, I do want to say to the admittees, congratulations. This is a culmination of an amazing amount of work, diligence by you, but certainly by your friends and families. And it's a fantastic achievement. And to see all the family, this is brilliant. It's fantastic for them to be here. So a little bit about the Florida Bar and why and thank you so much for the invitation, Chief Judge, to be here. So we have about 113,000 members, maybe second biggest. It depends on the day. It's Texas and us, and then California up here. But our bar includes, and keep us in mind, every judge here, every lawyer here, we're all members of this bar. So this is our association collectively. And what we do is we tackle a lot of critical issues important to our profession. Access to justice by the working poor, pro bono for the disadvantaged, the disenfranchised, professionalism, you'll hear a little bit about that in a minute, mentoring, lawyer discipline, the list goes on. But the important point and why I'm here really talking is we have the privilege of governing our profession. It's up to us. So it's a big responsibility, and I hope it's something that you will all get involved with. So the Florida Bar likely will be the very first professional organ. I'm so sorry, my back is to you. I feel I'll turn like this for a little bit. You got the first half. They get the second half. So it's likely going to be your first professional association. It was for me, and I promise you this: as much as I've put into the Florida Bar, I've received infinitely more in return. So my humble suggestion, my first humble suggestion to all of you is first things first. Focus on becoming a good lawyer. Establish good work habits. Find a good mentor. Take pride in your work. I mean, I still have mentors. I'm an ancient lawyer and I still have mentors, but I value them greatly. Establish good work habits. Take pride in your work. Your reputation, just like Judge LaBritte said, she couldn't be more right. It's a very fragile, delicate thing. Cherish your reputation, but learn the basics and learn them very well. I can't emphasize that enough. So next, professionalism. We're going to beat the drum a little bit, but it has to be foundational to who you are as a lawyer. It's a key issue for our Supreme Court. It's a key issue for your bar. And I promise you this, every judge you see on the bench before you today, in addition to being an excellent lawyer, and I'm not just saying that because I argue to them sometimes, it happens to be true, but they practice with the highest degree of professionalism, and they still adhere to this important principle today. And they're going to expect it of all of us and all of you. So finally, here's the ask today. Engage meaningfully in your bar. There are committees and sections for everyone, one to consider. Since you're new lawyers, the Florida Bar's Young Lawyers Division, it's the heart and soul of our bar. You won't regret that, but there's our sections, there's no place in the country that has an active bar like we do. So be part of it. We have an appellate law section, trial lawyers section, real estate section, private wealth, everything. Find your niche and get engaged. And remember another theme, Judge LeBrit said it, I'm going to say it again. You are about to become what you have become. Congratulations. But you are part now of a noble and deep-rooted profession. Without lawyers, there's no rule of law. And that's not hyperbole. And democracy doesn't exist without the rule of law. Okay? It's not rhetoric. It's real. And every judge and every lawyer in the room will tell you the same thing. It is important what you now do. So with all of this in mind, and I know it's a lot, but I extend my sincere congratulations to each of you. Welcome aboard and good luck.
Thank you. And finally, special guest, one of your own. She just got sworn in today too. So I'm going to welcome Emily Suzanne Weaver. Give her remarks. Good morning.
Morning. Thank you, Judge. Thank you all. It was an honor to be asked to speak on behalf of this group of new attorneys here today. So first, congratulations. Getting to this day took a lot. Our paths here today all look different, but we share in the years of hard work and long nights and time in the convention center and plenty of moments of wondering if we'd make it to this point. As we begin this next chapter, I've been thinking less about the grades and the studying and more about the people I've had the privilege to meet through these experiences. When I first started law school, I could not fully appreciate that the most meaningful part of this profession would be the connections that we form with others. This includes the friends that challenge us to be our best, the colleagues who offer to answer the questions we're too embarrassed to ask, the mentors who offer guidance, and importantly, their time when they don't have much of it, or opposing counsel who remind us what professionalism can look like in tough and high pressure moments. I believe these connections will shape how we practice and frankly, how long we enjoy doing this work. And that brings me to something I think will be integral in continuing to form those connections, which has kind of been touched on a little bit today, and that's just civility. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be about being someone that others want to work with. I don't think it means backing down or being less effective for our clients. Being civil, showing respect to opposing counsel, being thoughtful with clients, and treating staff with courtesy. It builds trust, it will open doors, and it'll make this profession more sustainable. It allows those relationships to exist in an often adversarial environment. I hope that we can challenge ourselves to keep this in mind each day and that it will continue to define our experience in this profession going forward. As we begin our careers, I hope we remember that every email, hearing, client interaction is another opportunity for us to practice the kind of professionalism that makes this field better for everyone. So as we take this oath today, I hope we stay grounded in that idea, that our work is not only about knowing the law, and that we never lose sight of the fact that kindness and connection are powerful tools in this field. I'm honored to be joining this profession alongside of you today. I wish you success, but more importantly, I hope that you find fulfillment in the people that you meet and the way that you choose to show up each day. We have the chance to shape not only our own path, but the culture of the profession that we're entering into, and I hope that we take that seriously. So congratulations again. Thank you, judges, for the invitation, and congratulations. Thank you.
Recess by our marshal, I'd like to alert that the Hillsborough County Bar Association has a reception advertised. Our local bar association, one of the largest and most active, very successful bar association. So they're kind enough to have this reception, and you're welcome to go. Also, please remain seated. For those new attorneys who have already been sworn in, you can be excused unless you want a photo with us. For photographs, and I'm here, and Judge LeBrit's here, photograph and sign your oaths for you. Family and friends, you're welcome to come down and get closer and one for your cameras. All I would ask is, if you're going to do that, so just line up in the center aisle. So we can just do it in an orderly fashion. So with that, thank you, Ms. Courts and Reasons.
All right. We have quite an operation we run here, pulling people down the middle, and getting you signed and photographed and out the side. If you have family and friends who weren't able to join you today, we will put a link to our YouTube channel where we did record and stream this, so they, for you can watch it again. So, right, so.
Family members, if you guys could just hang out your seats, we're gonna empty out this side, they're gonna walk around and come down. When the judges come, and this side you guys can hang out. Once your inductee is up front, then they'll sign, you can get pictures with the judge.
They said okay, yes, if you have not already been sworn in, a lot of people since they get sworn, and they're starting. They were down there. They're all done it. Right, so, yeah, then you need to go there and sign. And then, yeah.